Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for taking time out of your day, especially with so much going on this week, to spend some time with me here at Doing Justice Brings Joy. This weekend felt like history, joy, and love all decided to meet in the same place at the same time. And we are really blessed enough to witness it because Juneteenth didn't just arrive this year. It unfolded in front of the brand new Obama Presidential Stadium, a monument to possibility, to dignity, to the long arc of Black freedom bending towards something better. Standing there, you could feel the ancestors humming. You could feel the weight of what we survived and the wonder of what we're still building. I'm excited about a presidential library on the south side of Chicago dedicated to the first Black president and first Black First Lady opening on Juneteenth. And you know that's not a coincidence, that's choreography. That's God saying, look at what happens when people refuse to disappear. I'm looking forward to going to Chicago in November. Hint, hint, Michael Sing, get me some tickets to the library. I know they say it's sold out, but I know you got pulled. And then back home here in Carolina, the Hurricanes lifted up that Stanley Cup like they were lifting the whole state with them, and they are. We have turned out in celebration in Raleigh. You can hear it in your bones. I'm in Durham, and I can hear the hollers right now. Folks who never laced up a skate are out there hollering like they were born in the rink. It is joy without apology, the kind we don't get nearly enough of here in North Carolina. It's been a minute since victory, and this is our second professional championship. Panthers, y'all need to get on the case. You need to get on the case, Panthers. My Canes have come through. But this weekend is also about something that's so much more important for me. It's the one that has settled right here in my chest, and that's Father's Day. Because I get to honor my husband. This man has been my rock, my steady place, my quiet strength when the storm rolled in. Y'all know I have been through it, but he has been steadfast, immovably with me through it. My partner in every sense of the word. I'm proud to say that together we have raised three beautiful, God fearing, community centered adults who carry his integrity everywhere they go. TC is the kind of father who leads with love, who teaches with patience, who protects with humility, the kind of man whose presence makes the world and the house feel covered. The kind of man you thank God for every day. I love him with every breath I have, and celebrating him on a weekend already overflowing with freedom and victory feels like the sweetest blessing of them all. So yes, this is a good weekend, my people. A Juneteenth at the Obama Center weekend. And there are Juneteenth parades going on across the state and the nation as we speak. But here in North Carolina, the parade that matters is the one for the Hurricanes and the Stanley Cup. And then tomorrow we will be celebrating Father's Day. It's a Father's Day weekend. at St. Joseph's AME Church. They're going to be spending the day with our Durham Bulls. Everybody's going to be watching the Durham Bulls play baseball. And we're going to be celebrating eating bison. That's what he wants. That's what he gets because he deserves it. He has earned it. So this is a weekend where joy feels abundant, earned, and sacred. But it's also a weekend where we celebrate the life and legacy of Minister Paul Scott. This man, when we talk about warrior kings, when we talk about leaders that lead from the street, that everybody in the neighborhood and the hood and the woods knows, whose dedication to the people was so intense and so focused that his celebration is meant to be all day. So you can drop off what he asked for, what he asked us to do is continue his work. He asked us as part of the celebration to bring children's books to the celebration to be distributed because the most important thing is the mind. Minister Paul Scott is a true leader, was a true champion. And he's one of those threads in the fabric of community that you fear will unravel the entire canvas because he's such an important part of what makes Durham Durham and what makes North Carolina special. And when you let your light shine, when you do just your thing in your neighborhood, on your street corner, you can change the world by doing you the best. I'm going to play you a clip of him asking, and he was prescient. This is a clip of him from, I think, maybe 20 years ago, where he was on Fox News, and he was saying for Black Americans to boycott corporate Black History Month celebrations because corporations were sanitizing and whitewashing Black history, and that we as a people needed to be in control of our own history. And I think about what he said then and the Target situation. And by the way, it don't take if y'all go in the Target and get that Jay-Z album, y'all better go to an old vinyl store and buy the original album. Don't you dare go to Target and get that stuff from Jay-Z. But I'm going to play this clip from Fox News from about 19 years ago so that you can get an understanding and a flavor of who Minister Paul Scott was and why we in the Durham community are going to be spending part of our day today honoring his memory. We got a lot of exciting things to do in Durham today, but honoring his memory is one of those things. And he would want us to do it joyfully and purposefully. So let me share with the world just 3 minutes of an amazing man, Minister Paul Scott. And I cannot even share how sad I am that I won't run across him on some neighborhood fighting for the people on that block. That one child he's trying to save. That one mother he's trying to feed. His ministry was one person at a time. He wanted to save the Black mind, Black dignity, Black self-love. That's who Minister Scott was. And I want to share just a brief moment with you.
Is calling on all African Americans to boycott Black history programs sponsored by white-owned or operated corporations. Joining us now, the co-founder of the Messianic African Nation is the Reverend Paul Scott is with us. Reverend Scott, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
What's this all about?
It's about us the Black community taking control of our culture and our history. Right now, Black History Month has been hijacked by white corporations who are giving us a slave whitewashed version of Black history. And we don't need that. If that's the best we can get, we're giving it to you back.
Yeah, so you're giving it to you back, is that what you said? You say, so in other words, corporations that focus on the need to have inclusion, and they focus on Black history, perhaps feeling that some history has been ignored, you're attacking them for reaching out. Why would you do that?
I'm not attacking.
You kind of are when you say, well, when you say that white corporations have too much control over Black culture, then you say that?
Why in the world would any people allow the descendants of the people who enslaved them to teach them their history? What kind of history are they going to give them?
Can I ask you, why do you have to look at the world in black and white? Isn't this our America now? Haven't we had the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act? Isn't America made progress? Aren't you willing to accept the change and accept the progress? Don't you accept that a lot of white America is not racist?
Well, no one's arguing that that all white America is racist. What we are arguing is that our history is much deeper. It goes back further than when we had contact with the Europeans.
So these corporations don't want to focus on that, and you want to condemn them for it. And I'm asking this question. At what point do you say, if there is a real concerted effort to reach out, why are you just basically slapping down the hands of people that are trying to help?
We've always reached out to white America, but the thing is, we have not reached out to each other. We have not loved each other.
Hey, Reverend,
so what we're trying to do is trying to develop that self-love and that Black unity, and we don't need white America to help us do it.
Aren't you being racially divisive, Reverend, by saying you're making it a black versus white thing when blacks and whites together can say, let's celebrate our mutual heritage, let's celebrate Black History Month, because we should all join in celebrating the wonderful achievements of African Americans?
Well, if white America can accept that Black people discovered
but you're separating black versus white America as if they're...
And if your white child wants to hear about Nat Turner and Denmark Vesey and those who rebelled against the slave master, I'm all for it. If you want to teach that version of history, we don't need a G-rated version of history of white America.
Well, I think all information should be made available, but you're the one separating this along racial lines rather than doing it in a communal way in the mosaic that is America. We're not a white country or a black country. We're a multifaceted country. You want to separate the races along the lines of this issue.
I disagree. I think this country was created for white people by white people, and they're giving black people a whitewashed version of Black history, or Black history and white.
How many people are in your movement?
We have people all across the country, especially in the prisons, who in the missing.
How many people are with you on this?
A lot of people with me. I would probably say most. If you ask most people in Black America, they're sick and tired of the same.
Well, you're making
Martin
a Black
Luther King,
America versus
Rosa
a white
Parks.
America. That's what the problem is.
We
here.
got to run. Paul, appreciate you being with us. Now, coming up next, when we get back, Alan is going to reveal.
So that's just a little bit of flavor from Minister Paul Scott. And did you see the irony and the absolute hypocrisy of Hannity and Combs in talking to him, trying to make him appear racist, and talking about how they support Black History Month and diversity, and why can't we all get along, and try to flip the script on him? And did you see how he stayed clear about the mission of that Black history cannot be sanitized through a white lens? I love Minister Paul Scott, and I am saddened that he is not with us today. I want to share another post. This one his celebration of life is today. It's at 3917 Fayetteville Street. The celebration of life is going on from 1 to 5 p.m. today. If you didn't know anything about him, you knew how much he valued reading, and he used books and knowledge as a weapon of choice to combat menticide. Think about that term, menticide, in the fight for Black liberation. One of his last acts was to fulfill a wish list of books for the unhoused people at Oak Park in April. Books that the city of Durham threw in the damn trash can during an encampment sweep. We're going to talk about these encampment sweeps and legislation in the state legislature criminalizing being unhoused. We're going to talk about that later. Him being so vocal about the blasphemous act of throwing away books is what prompted local media to report on the sweep and to bring more attention to the plight of the homeless in our city. This is something he did this April as he was fighting for, he fought for this community with his last breath. And he's still fighting for our children and asking us to join and keep that fight going. Our people deserve to live free in a world where we are not constantly fighting for our basic survival. We deserve to live in a world where we are not poisoned by toxic water, air, and food that leads to our premature deaths. We deserve to live in a world that prioritizes people over the ability to make money. Although he fought fearlessly for that type of world, Minister Paul Scott did not get to see it come to fruition before he left. But Minister Scott planted seeds that he will not see bear fruit. We owe it to him. We owe it to him. We owe it to him and to so many others to continue the work so that perhaps his grandchildren and ours will see that world. These are the words of Angel Dozier in her remembrance. I can tell you that this remembrance is one of hundreds that have been shared on the internet. And even though this is a weekend of celebration, it also should be a weekend of celebration of the life of Minister Paul Scott. We can't forget that the joy, doing justice brings joy, and he did justice every day. He fought for the unhoused. He fought for those incarcerated. He fought for those who were drug addicts and tried to clean them up off the street. He fought for mothers whose children had died because of gun violence. He fought for every person born, bred, and raised in Durham. He fought to bring justice and to open up the minds and educate the world about the true meaning of Black dignity and Black history. Minister Paul Scott, you will be missed. And we will be donating books in your behalf, and I will be coming to say my final words after this show. Thank you for all you have done for our community, and may God bless and keep you. Minister Paul Scott. His services today at 3917 Fayetteville Street, Durham, North Carolina, 27713. Let's take a look at, see if we can see what's going on at the Hurricanes parade.
Like I've been here 10 years, so like I know, you know how much they love us and how much they give all the support, and we feed off of it really. So I just want to say thank you for all the support, all the good times and bad times, right? I guess so. Now it's a very good time, and hopefully we can all celebrate together.
Sebastian, at the end of the game, you grabbed Rod right quick.
Yeah.
When everybody else was running on the ice, what was that about? What does he mean to you? What does he mean to you?
Honestly, I was like standing on the bench, so I couldn't get out on the ice. But then I like looked back, like how do I get out of here? And then Roddy was right there, and it's just a moment. But Roddy is like everything for this organization, and it is, we've been through quite a bit together, and I'm very happy for him and also for all of us really. But we've had some moments where we're talking after the season, and you're just like, man, like it's such a different feeling this year, but it was all worth it.
For you as a player, how important is it to have guys like Delorier, Roddy?
Look at that crowd. Our Stanley Cup, this is our second Stanley Cup, and this is huge, a huge crowd at the parade. And it just shows how much this community expects and respects the Carolina Hurricanes. And I personally love the Hurricanes. They are my favorite sports team. I have no shame about that. But more than that, they have been so supportive of my cancer journey. They featured me um, and my daughter and Layla. They featured my cancer journey in the Hockey Love Fights Cancer campaign. And so I absolutely love this team. And it's not that they just did that feature and gave me and Layla and Danielle really great seats during a hockey game. It's not just that, wasn't it. Every year since then, and every season since then, they send me a care package with hockey memorabilia. They still care. They made donations to cancer research that's keeping people alive. The Canes organization, from top to bottom, is real caring and a real part of our community. And I am so excited because I have already procured my tickets for next season's Cancer Fights Hockey Night. And Danielle and I are going to wait for the, we're waiting to see when the schedule comes out for next year when they play the Avalanche at home. And I'm going to beg, and I'm going to see if I can get tickets for that game too. So I'm really excited. And this is a day of happiness. Again, a lot of North Carolinians are in Raleigh celebrating the Canes, but they're also all over the Triangle, all over the state, because this is a beautiful day in North Carolina. It's a beautiful day to be a North Carolinian. And there are Juneteenth parades going on all over the state and all over the country. So get out the house and do something fun with your family. And barbecue for your man, for your fathers, for the fathers on Father's Day. Take in a Durham Bulls game on Father's Day tomorrow. The Durham Bulls are also, they're also been champions, but they're AAA. But they used to feed the Braves, and now they feed the Rays. So just be excited and do those things. I'm really happy for you all. I'm going to keep it short because today is a fun day. We have had the Obama opening. Our Canes are out here in the streets during the Parade of Champions. This is something we really want to get used to. Carolina Panthers, get on the game. Hornets, you've been around for my entire life, and where's my championship? The Knicks finally got theirs, and it's time for y'all to do your thing. Well, that's it for the Canes. And so I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to give a tribute to TC. This is one we made for him many years ago, but it's still good. I'm going to update it, I guess, maybe next year. Well, but here's my Father's Day tribute to TC. And y'all have a fun day.
It must have been cold. go there in my shadow, to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine, that's your way. You always walk a step behind. So I was the one with all the glory, while you were the one with all the strength. A beautiful face without a name for so long. A beautiful smile to hide the pain. Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings. It might have appeared to go unnoticed, but I've got it all here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth. Of course I know it. I would be nothing without you. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I wish I could be. I would fly higher than an eagle. For you are the wind beneath my wings. Did I ever tell you you're my hero? You're everything, everything I wish I could be. All night I can fly higher than an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings. 'Cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Oh, the wind beneath my wings. You are the wind beneath my wings. Fly away. You let me fly so high. You, the wind beneath my wings. Oh, you.
I love you, TC. Thank you for watching this week's edition of Doing Justice Brings Joy. Go outside and have a good time. Celebrate Juneteenth. Celebrate my hurricanes. Celebrate the life and times of Minister Paul Scott. Celebrate Father's Day. Get out and do justice this weekend. God bless you, and that I'll see you next week.